So, this is our Egypt trip, and it'll happen after we finish in Canterbury. We'll leave Canterbury.
Very full of lots of Christmas dinner and alcohol and too much partying and looking forward to heading out to desert conditions, maybe lentils if we're lucky.
So, you can see us flying over Europe there, and the first stop in is in Cairo, and it's
Africa's largest capital on the east bank of the Nile.
yes, and it's very green as you can see on virtual Earth there, but the city looks pretty polluted. But apparently there are really good museums there, and of course we will be going to the museums and to the pyramids.
And the Sphinx, which is carved out of a single piece of stone.
Here's the really interesting thing I discovered on virtual Earth though, and I guess we'll see it when we get there, is that the pyramids seem to have a golf course next to them in a hotel. So I guess we didn't get there in time. It's already been turned into Vegas.
Why aren't we staying at Vegas hotels? What I want to know.
Anyway, after Cairo, we take a train trip from Cairo, following the Nile all the way down.
It's amazing. It's so like this green strip, and 90% of the country is desert.
We're heading to Luxor, and Luxor has
The Valley of the Kings and Karnak. And I think we go on a donkey ride around the Valley of the Kings. I don't know if we have our own donkey, or if we have to have one donkey between two.
next from the donkeys. We actually jump on a boat and then we sail down the Nile to the Aswān, which is famous for the dam, and there's also other Egyptian treasures down there which we'll go and see. But it's starting to look really very deserty here, very thin, a little bit of green.
It's Abu Simbel is the temple that they moved because the dam was being built, that we get to see apparently.
Wow, sounds great, but look at the desert, it's unreal. Just heaps and heaps and heaps of desert. You can see in the back there that virtual Earth, you can see the dam must be there because the river suddenly gets really quite wide.
And apparently when we're here we can take a camel trek out to some monastery that's in the desert.
You have to be careful because camels spit.
Maybe we can bring some handkerchiefs for them.
From Aswan, we actually head to Sharm el Sheikh in the South Sinai of Egypt. So that's that little spot there, which is really famous for its scuba diving. And Julia's taking scuba diving lessons just to get ready to do this. So you can see in the background are the mountains of Sinai. Apparently, Julia might go up to those mountains and come down with some tablets. What have we seen there?
We're going to do a day trip to Petra in Jordan, and we're going to go to St. Catherine's Monastery in the Sinai, which is the oldest monastery ever.
Wonderful. But look at the desert. There's absolutely no green, so it's amazing. Next stop after the Sinai, well actually while we're here, as Julia said, is we're going to head to Petra. So you can see that's actually not in Egypt, it's in Jordan. And we have our multiple re-entry visas for Egypt, so we take a day trip to go to Petra. Petra was that famous place that's been carved out of the sandstone that you've seen in pictures, motion pictures like Indiana Jones and so on and so forth. It's kind of Roman columns and things all carved out of the sandstone desert.
I was supposed to be doing the narration of this and I couldn't think of anything to say, so it's really lucky David is quite skilled at waffling on about our trip.
Actually, Julia's been here before, so she's nothing exciting for her. She's already seen it. But once we leave Egypt, we head back to Canterbury, back to jolly old England, and
Leftovers from mince pies and Christmas cake and things like that.
Should be wonderful, and if we haven't already done so, we'll hopefully be going to see the Canterbury Cathedral, which is showing up here on Virtual Earth. And next stop after that will be